Dímelo, dímelo, Bo Dominican. Yo, what's going on, mi gente? How do you want it? How do you need it? Mira, hoy, scent of the day, mira un pelo. El scent of the day, Tobacco Oud by Tom Ford. A house that has really influenced me that I don't speak on enough, really. I don't speak on Tom Ford, I think, enough. But you know that Ombre Leather is my gateway scent that got me to deep dive into fragrance. Tobacco Oud is one of those gems that I was looking for. Again, it's my scent of the day. Not a great atomizer, guys. See, it kind of fell and then really didn't push that far. Definitely way past half. Guys, I could live. For 99% of you, this is going to be a difficult one to wear, if not to make a signature scent, but I can signature scent this. And then today I went buck wild. Right before stepping out to do a little food shopping, I layered Tobacco Oud with Eau D'Ombre Leather. Yeah. Now, Eau D'Ombre Leather, to me, reason I ended up going with Eau D'Ombre Leather and getting it because after sampling it, it gave me Mate Premier Crystal Saffron vibes. And that solidified it for me. I'd sample Crystal Sapphire from a sample that Twisted Lily had sent out. And when I smelled this, my goodness. This is has got that same saffron, but blended Tom Ford's way with a myriad of other things. Decent atomizer. Didn't put out a lot of juice, but it kind of hit off curtain and also dispersed pretty well in the air. See how I did Tobacco Oud to the back and Eau D'Ombre Leather to the front. I catch, and I've been catching wafts of each. Happily, you know, most of the inward stuff is really mine, right? Under the body, on skin, under the arms, on skin. And then before I left the house, I went a little bit pop, really to the outside. I didn't really hit me, even though probably some sprinkled and mist around me, around my neck area. So there is some blending there, but the majority of it went to my outerwear, which I was wearing the North Face today. This, again, replaces or scratches the need, or really any need for me, for Crystal Saffron. Unless somebody gifts it, or I see it severely, or, you know, whatever. Let's say my wife gives it to me or whatever. But this has that same saffron accord that you'll pick up, and more prominently so in Crystal Saffron. It'll be like beast mode with Crystal Saffron. This isn't necessarily beast mode, but it is pretty pervade. It does keep going, and it lasts a good 8 hours. I get a good day's wearing. I'm not going to tell you how many hours, right? Because it's subjective. You may get more, may get less. I may get more, I may get less. But I do stay well hydrated, lubricated. This guy's delicious. These two together gave me such, actually still, because I am wearing it now. And walking the dogs outside around the house and stuff. I was getting more tobacco oud, but then like just spritzes of that sweet. Mm. And this is definitely sweeter version of ombre leather. But again, that saffron, it kicks. Mm. Just put some on hand. Listening to a 80s R&B mix. And the name of the channel is Bo. Mm. It's not as pronounced as Crystal Saffron, but again, it scratches that itch for me. I brought one up. I'm gonna wipe this baby down. I brought one up that I haven't shown on the channel, possibly, and maybe on a short. And when I finally smelled it again the other day, it was just really, really pleasant. This is from the wife's collection. This is Tom Ford's Metallique or Metallic. I think somewhat of a freshie, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be. We'll check the atomizer in a second, but it's not a great atomizer. I hate to waste her sprays because I really haven't seen this in 100 mil. Wow, pretty good atomizer. Didn't put out a great amount of juice again, but pretty much off curt or right hitting curtain and really well misted. That's, see, I don't know. It seems like Tom Ford knows how to do a freshie with a little depth. This is really nice. I understand why my wife likes it. My wife is picky. My wife is a lot pickier than I am. There's a ton of things that I enjoy smelling. You know, there's some challenging scents up in here. She did not enjoy Italica because I switched out Muse and put Italica there and took out Muse, and I put Muse up here. It's that purple bottle in the front. I might put Muse back, but she doesn't seem to be missing it. I need to ask her if she likes Muse. Oh, but Xerjoff's Italica, again, different. I thought she would really enjoy it because of its gourmand nature, but she didn't. She really did not. Now this guy, what am I getting? Now I'm getting a lot of tobacco oud off me. A little bit of that saffron. Again, that tobacco oud overpowers to me the Eau D'Ombre Leather, but their blend is just, they're complementing each other. In my nose, my eyes, and again, I'm a man who probably agrees with more scents than not. I don't know why, but you know, I find the good in scents and the wearability, where a lot of people find the flaws and look for flaws, or maybe they see life that way. But this is a beautifully light. What is this freshness? I can't tell. This is something I haven't done in a while. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. By the way, I wanted to show you guys this Claude Lee product. This one's Venotherapist hand nail repairing cream. And if you look at my cuticles, you know what I mean? I'm a nervous Nelly. I pick my cuticles as I wait and whatever. It's not good. It's something I do. Hopefully correcting that. But then there's like a denser formula. Oh, that's the rose. This is that grape again. I think they're both grape. And this stuff is denser. Repairing cream, nourishes, repairs, nourishes, repairs. I don't know what the difference is between the 30 and the 75 mil. It says Vinotherapist, creme, okay. Hand and nail repairing cream, hand and nail repairing cream. Same thing. But for some reason, this seemed like it dries quicker. And then this is a more traditional lotion in terms of consistency. Now, she gifted me a Rose Divine in that same hand repair cream, and I was using it a couple weeks ago, a few nights in a row. She was picking up something flowery that she didn't enjoy. Now, part of that, I think, was that hoodie that night, because if I wear a hoodie the next day after having worn something, it'll be on there. For many of my scents, they carry, and for you too, I'm sure, a lot of your clothing will carry the scent more than 24 hours. But she was picking up this rose, because when I let her smell my hand after using the rose cream, she was like, oh, no. Yeah, she does not like that pure. This is a very natural or effeminate rose scent, but it does that same repair cream, and I enjoy it. So now, something that she also gifted me from Rare Beauty, this is supposed to enhance your fragrance. You're supposed to layer this cream. See if I can get a good shot. It's from Rare Beauty. Yeah, I can't get a good shot. Anyway, it says parfum layering. And this one's vanilla. It says amber, but then underneath it says vanilla. I didn't know that. Fragrance layering balm. So you apply this on, and then you apply your fragrance. And Rare Beauty came out with their fragrance. As a matter of fact, if you want to see that. Yeah, so I just grabbed Rare Beauty's fragrance, and you see the T there. It's marked for a reason. Eau de Parfum, and it's called Rare. If I'm not mistaken, this is vanilla. And the way that whole top is the atomizer. And this is supposed to be a challenged person's easier way to spray without having that tiny nozzle or tiny place to press. They can use, their whole appendage on the lever, on the sprayer actuator. Oh, I must have locked it. Yeah, look at that. It's got a lock and an unlock. So didn't know that, because when I tried to spray, ooh, great atomization. Decent amount of liquid. Oh, this is fresh. And believe it or not, I used Rare Beauty's body butter today. I forgot what the flavor is. It's funny that I'm talking about Rare Beauty again and I will use some of their product, and I haven't yet, but I will use that amber vanilla layering balm possibly later on today. But this has a fresh scent that I know I smell on her all the time. She's already got a backup bottle. And I believe she layers with this a lot as well. I mean, she uses a lot of vanillas, and this seems vanillic and ambery in a light way. So she might end up doing this and something else. It's probably got some, those fixatives or those enhancers, some kind of ambroxan or something. They got different forms, just like all those molecule 1, molecule 5. But yeah, this guy is, I don't know. I didn't get as much of an understanding of the fragrance in the air. What's this? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's Metallique. Wow. Really good atomization. Yeah, this is a sweet, floral, ambery vanilla. Light vanilla. It's not heavy. Not a heavy fragrance at all, but it seems like it's going to stick around. It's an EDP. They're not a fragrance house, again. they're really a beauty or in cosmetics company, or a beauty company that is producing a fragrance now, and they did really well. I enjoy that, and I do enjoy all these Claude de Lis, Caudalie. I thought it was Claude. Caudalie products. But back to the star of the show. Tobacco Oud is one you have to sample, guys. And I don't know if it's going to be expensive or not, but I know that this is supposedly discontinued. God, but I could bathe in this stuff. I shouldn't have put it on my hand. God, this is resinous. Today I was picking up more sweet than I ever have, but I'm wearing it in 40, 50 degree weather, and not in the bitter cold or the, and in here in the house it's in the 60s. We always keep it in the 60s. But it's been the best wearing experience, partly to my nose maturing, and secondly to, it being my third wearing or fourth wearing, and just picking up more, I guess. Oh, I don't know why I mixed the sweet, but I like doing that sometimes. I remember the first time I mixed Caid Alforsan, the regular Caid Alforsan, the pineapple-y one, with Oud Wood. Oh my God. That's when I first got Oud Wood, loving it. Then I also was using tons of the dupe, which I still have. And I'm going with the Mason Alhambra dupe. I'm not messing with others, even though I have picked up some other frags that kind of smell like it at the rack room, believe it or not, at the rack store. This is so good, guys. There was times I was not picking up any sweet from this fragrance, that it was all kind of bitter and dark and an earthy ground, mossy fog. It's like being in the train station and smelling the water that's by the rails. If you're a New Yorker, you know what I'm talking about. The rails are dirty and filthy for decades of debris and dirt. And then you've got sometimes water dripping over it. And you can get a certain funk and smell that comes out of the tunnels. But in the best way possible, man. But, I mean, you kind of smell like a subway. But it's good. And then, with people that can't stand it, layer it. But, again, if you have to do all that, probably don't need to have the fragrance. I enjoy wearing each by themselves, and to me, today, you doing the sweet and sour has really been a beautiful, or it is a beautiful wearing experience, because literally, I get pieces of each, and I didn't mix them on skin. They blended in the air, and then a lot of times I was picking up one more prominently than the other. But again, this is a first day, so who knows? Maybe I won't like it if I do it again. But I wore Tobacco Oud for the first 2 hours, and then before I went out, headed out to do some food shopping, I layered over mostly clothing, my North Face, with Eau D'Ombre Leather. So super sweet with the super dry and super dense. But again, beautiful wearing experience for me. Shame I only have the 50 mil, but I don't know. That's all I've seen out there. I really haven't seen a 3.4 for sale. I'm pretty sure there are. If I deep dive, I wasn't looking for it. But Tobacco Oud, one to get your nose on, one to possibly have in the collection if you enjoy deep, dark, resiny, semi-sweet scents. This is a great one for you. Anyway, Que Dios me lo bendiga. Talk to you guys soon. And don't forget, this guy's discontinued too. Metallic. I only see 50 mils now. I only really see 50 mils on discounters. And of course, you don't see this on Sephora or Ulta or the Tom Ford websites, as far as I know. But I'll look into that again because I may be speaking totally out of turn. This might be totally available online. I just know it seemed like it wasn't around, and I rarely see it on discounters. Anyway, que Dios me lo bendiga.